Hello and welcome to the channel. The Nigerian coup leader Abdurrahman Chiani, in a televised broadcast yesterday, announced that his government will hand over power to a civilian government within 3 years. This is coming immediately after meeting with ECOWAS delegation team led by former Nigerian head of state Abdulsalami Abubakar. It is not yet clear how the international community, ECOWAS, or President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who have stated unequivocally that the deposed President Mohamed Bazoum be restored to power, would react to this news. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. We will hand over to civilian government within 3 years. Niger coup leader. General Abdurrahman Chiani, leader of the Niger junta, has promised to hand over to a civilian government within the next 3 years. He stated this in a televised broadcast on Saturday night. Chiani spoke after meeting with a delegation of the Economic Community of West Africa States, ECOWAS, led by the former head of state, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, retired. General Chiani said that the junta would within a month form a committee to study and form the new constitution of the country. While he maintained that Niger did not want to go to war, the general said the country would defend itself if the need arises. He however added that the door for negotiation was still open. ECOWAS has yet to react to the speech of the junta leader, but Abdulsalami is expected to brief the regional bloc on the outcome of the meeting. Meanwhile, Niger's military-appointed Prime Minister, Ali Mohamed Lamine Zeine, said that the deposed President Mohamed Bazoum will be safe and unharmed. Recall President Bola Tinubu on Friday warned of impending grave consequences should the military rulers of Niger allow Bazoum's health to deteriorate while under house arrest. Lamine Zeine told the New York Times that nothing will happen to him because we don't have a tradition of violence in Niger. Niger's new rulers have so far shown little flexibility and warned against an illegal aggression. Meanwhile, Radio France International reported that thousands of volunteers turned out in central Niamey on Saturday, answering a call to register civilian auxiliaries who could be mobilized to support the army. This is coming on the heels of ECOWAS' force readiness to intervene in Niger anytime the order is given, after a 2-day meeting of the regional blocs military chiefs in Accra, capital city of Ghana. In Abdurrahman Chiani's 12-minute speech, he claimed ECOWAS was getting ready to attack Niger by setting up an occupying army in collaboration with a foreign army, and denounced what he called illegal and inhuman sanctions imposed by the regional bloc. He said, "Neither the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland nor the people of Niger want war, and remain open to dialogue. But let us be clear, if an attack were to be undertaken against us, it will not be the walk in the park some people seem to think," he said. "I reaffirm here that our ambition is not to confiscate power. I also reaffirm our readiness to engage in any dialogue, as long as it takes into account the orientations desired by the proud and resilient people of Niger," he added. ECOWAS has taken a harder stance on Niger's July 26 coup, the region's 7th in 3 years, than it has on previous ones in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Ghana. The bloc, despite threatening military intervention, is also pursuing diplomatic ways to reverse the power grab in Niger, a country that has strategic importance for regional and global powers because of its uranium and oil reserves, as well as its role as a hub for foreign troops involved in the fight against armed groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS. While Niger's coup leaders have rebuffed previous missions, Saturday's delegation headed by former Nigerian head of state General Abdulsalami Abubakar was met at the airport by the military-appointed Prime Minister, according to the Reuters news agency. After meeting Chiani, the bloc also met separately with toppled President Mohamed Bazoum, who has been held under house arrest in Niamey since military takeover. We met Bazoum. We heard from him what was done to him. He told us about the problems he is facing. We will take it to the leaders who sent us here, said Abubakar. Without doubt, the meeting has opened discussions to lead to a way to resolve this crisis. The ECOWAS delegation's arrival in Niamey followed that of the new United States ambassador to Niger, Kathleen Fitzgibbon. A spokesman for the U.S. State Department said the new envoy's diplomatic focus will be to advocate for a diplomatic solution that preserves the constitutional order and the immediate release of Bazoum, his family, and all those unlawfully detained. The United Nations has also joined the reconciliation efforts, sending its special representative for West Africa and the Sahel, Leonardo Santos Simao, to Niamey on a mission to facilitate a swift and peaceful resolution to Niger's crisis. Meanwhile, on the streets of Niamey on Saturday, many residents said they were preparing to fight back against an ECOWAS military intervention. Thousands of people lined up outside the main stadium to register as fighters and volunteers to help with other needs in case the military requires support. Some people said they had been waiting since 3 a.m., while groups of youths boisterously chanted in favor of the military rulers and against ECOWAS, as well as the country's former colonial ruler, France. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. I am here for the recruitment to become a good soldier. We are all here for that, said Ismail Hassan, a resident waiting in line to register. If God wills, we will all go. Events organizer Amsaro Bako claimed the military was not involved in recruiting volunteers to defend the coup, although it is aware of the initiative. Hours after the drive started, the organizer said it would be postponed but did not explain why. Despite the apparent public support for the coup leaders, analysts say the military has not managed to exert full control over the country. This junta is throwing every tactic it has heard about and seeing if it will work. They have professed to have freedom of choice, yet they have repressed all of the pro-Bazoum protest, and my understanding is that there have been demonstrations or attempted demonstrations all over the country, said Bisa Williams, who served as a former U.S. ambassador to Niger. I have heard lots of reports of discontent within the military, and you are seeing a lot of vulnerability in Niger right now, since so many of the armed forces have been pulled into Niamey and away from the outskirts of the other regions of the country, leaving these areas wide open. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.